record. Yeah, we're recording. Ish. I've just come from a jog. It's a job. I'm learning how to ride a bicycle. So
Ooh, learning.
I'm learning. Like really, beginning out shopong, you know, like about energy drinking. The first thing the guy says, because like you can have CVS and about saying blind, the guy says to me, I'm like, no, it's a rider bicycle because they feel too blind. But anyway, welcome. I think the importance, this podcast is just really who we're about to be inspiring other people to make either a difference or information. It's a new channel. It's called Africa Diaspora. But really, you know. But it's lovely to have you as a guest. It's here weird but
I don't know how to introduce myself.
anyway how I just know you as someone that's inspiring a lot of people in terms of just giving out information in terms of how they can access like who the funds and go to school in the global north, scholarships that are available. I know that in the veterinary sciences you've been doing amazing things. I know that you're currently in England?
No,
the UK.
Scotland. Yes.
Scotland with a chevening, right?
Yes.
Yes, they're amazing things, and I know like but like that's part of the reason, because like now my whole thing is just this amazing person who's giving out information about Chabalisu on how to attain scholarships, and with their own drive revealing much more information to the rest of or back at home back at home back at home actually, in terms of how they can access such information. But yes, with that said in mind, how would you introduce yourself?
I will introduce myself like the composition, myself. Yeah, my name is Pabolo Nungani Muso. There's Pabolo Muso Nungani somewhere there.
Okay.
I was born at Maputo.
Okay.
But grew up in Maseru, Kaudima Convention Center. So I am passionate about animals, and now I'm loving people. Yeah, I'm currently studying at the University of Edinburgh. It's a master's here, public health, animal and human interface. COVID. People are really interested in knowing now what's the relationship between Pabolo when it comes to health. So I'm trying to be the par between human and animal health. In public health, but my background is in animal science from NUL and veterinary medicine from Sokoine University of Agriculture in Tanzania. Okay. Yeah, so I love my family and I love books. Yeah, school books.
Why animal science?
Why animal science? Quite strangely, I grew up any pet animal or anything, but
Sporty focon.
I'm staying Gaudima Convention Center. So I go to boarding school and then St. Mary's. When I get there are these people coming from all places from Lesotho. They're telling me about stories. So when I took I can get visit but I was just to be a rock star. I think Noma can attest to I was not a very serious person. And high school, so I didn't have anything in mind. But then I had the love for animals. So I guess animal science. No, I want to know deeper into animal health. Animal science is like an umbrella of different sectors. It's a nutrition, it's a breeding, it's a production, it's a processing, it's like different sectors. So animal health, and then I wanted to be a vet.
Bophelong back. I can say about Wangat. I hope this sounds good. You are constantly learning. You okay, fine. So utwa nale, ne? How utwa nale, you go to Tanzania.
Yeah, but there's 2 years in between.
There's 2 years in between.
Yeah, so I was at the veterinary clinic, yeah, Dr. Lorotodi,
Okay.
Hatamai. So when I was there, internship like a third year, this is what I've been longing for. I didn't mind what it's what I wanted. So I went there. My intern no, I don't take people. But so when I got there, this is what I want. And I think I was able to show him or I have interest. No, and then when I finished NUL, placement. So there I was, first class, school. So I went back to him, volunteer, NMDS. At the time, I owe like 126,000 rand. Yeah, NMDS. But then I wasn't aware who only to a 50% and then you pay 10% for every year distinction. Wow. So when I was there, I was telling him, and then he took me through the process of how it could be done. And then it came to a point where I had the admission and NMDS and they said to school. We had to go to the televisions and radio stations. Wow. So Dr. Tori at some point.
Wow.
I went to the whole clinic. We even went to NMDS like a lot of times. Director. Out of the country, but no support. I mean, we sponsor about bachelor's for another bachelor's. So it was just a lengthy process and a lot of people were involved. Even other people who were prospective students, just that maybe they couldn't have the money NMDS. So now I had a closer contact with Dr. Lorotodi, and he was also the president, veterinary council at the time. So he was able to push in his stance in the president. And then, after that, he paid some money. And I was also a columnist for an agricultural magazine called The Silo, Sisi. So he was able. I worked there for 9 months. So I wasn't even taking the money. I told him, no, keep it. So when the money came, I needed to pay 30,000 from 126,000. How to a half, 10% is every year. I was left with something, exactly 60, I think. And then from that 60, I had to halfway on, and then that was 30, and I was so broke. 9,000 plus Dr. Lorotodi answered 20,000. Yeah, hi.
Wow.
But he was a true father. But then I think he understood. So he paid 20,000, 9,000 days on the silo, and then Dr. Bofra, who is now the director, Central Laboratory, veterinary man in the livestock services, answer 1,000. That's how I went to school and studied veterinary medicine in 2017.
That's an amazing story. So, okay, Sha. So you've been through the internship process. You've been through all of that, and then official Tanzania. Like I get really over the fact that that's a like when I process here, you know, when you go through something, it takes a whole lot from you as a person. It tests the
Yeah.
faith, yeah, how it tests the willpower, how it tests that even when you've achieved it, it don't test the what way.
Yeah.
Once you have it and once you don't, but that's fine. So so you get to Tanzania. Tell us, like,
Yeah.
first of all, the experience. Was there a culture shock?
There
And
was a lot of it. From the first day I get
sure,
there, my
sure.
hotel, holenyana. Well, of course, banchitile. But it's a challenge from the hotel, from the airport. We are here. Keep up with someone and that's like, give 7 rand or so or less. Nagi fit like 60 rand,
Wow.
10,000 Tanzanian shillings. I get like a transport, yeah, 40,000. I get a lot. I can such a take one. I was a millionaire in Tanzania. So I'm going to the hotel and I'm really pressed. But funny enough, shawarena in a little soba, so I'm wondering, around. Hati, that's the toilet. You have to do the business there and you have to squat. So culture. But I'm like, no one will know. I'll just pee in my my shower. So I do the thing.
Yeah.
And now I have to go to the bus stand. When I was in Dar es Salaam and I had to go to Morogoro, which is in the rural. So I in cash, I called the guy from yesterday. Oh, hey, guy, I paid you money and you said I should call you in the morning. So let's go. I'm ready to go to the bus stand. He gets there. No, he doesn't get there. He sends another guy saying, I am not able to come today. So there's a guy that will get you.
Yeah.
And I have to hop on the I have to hop on the border with a big bag. So I'm there and I feel like screaming when I'm on the border. I'm like, whoa! And the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of things, of course, a lot of things. I get there and then there's still food and the culture, whole lot of diet, but I loved a lot of things. So but English, so I had to learn the language.
Okay, so there's that, and then there's like how different was the veterinary science aspect, yeah, Tanzania to yeah Lesotho. Like,
Okay.
what was different where you could pick up from when you were in Tanzania that was not adequate? Kapo, that was, oh no, no, okay, there's a stark difference between Lesotho and Limona.
And the veterinary fraternity.
Yeah.
To start off, I'll just say that Lesotho haona veterinary medicine school for either certificate, diploma, degree, or masters, or in the haona vet. So there is no one vet at in Lesotho. Though there are people practicing vet, malpractice vet, if NUL, animal science. So I cannot compare in education, but I can say in practice, Tanzania e batla ena le di specialists tse ngata. Hape ena le di practice, ena le animal hospital eo re na re senang yona hae. So le tseleo dintho di leng controlled ka teng di batla di le more strict and di le in depth go feta hae hobane hae dingaka tsa diphoofolo di a short. As it stands now, ke nahana ke ditereke tse 5, re re nang le ditereke tse 10, at least 5 districts ha di na ngaka. It could be more, but when I was there, I think I counted 5 tse senang dingaka tsa diphoofolo tsa straight. So you can imagine hore na shortage ya rona na e kgolo ha kakang. Jwale ha ke fihla Tanzania, there are a lot of people, even other vets that are unemployed in the vet is need. So to me, ke ile ka fumana ele a well of knowledge and information. Happy we have tropical diseases, high. So some diseases are there. Blue tongue, Tanzania, Hadi, or they're not that important.
What's in now his lead for Njaya. I'm not a fan of Njaya, but Njaya na hizo kutuye bafana. I hope bafana on Zapela because like
oh god.
Noma is in this a conversation.
Where is she?
Uding Noma mona. Noma o tla o bitsa hore nna le bafana of kanjane.
I too am judging him.
It's okay. Norma happens to be like the director of cabinet as well, someone that's always helping and very, very close to everything that I do. But like, like, also fun, but fun. I get, I don't. I love cats. I think I love cats. I'm not a. But it was like when animals get sick, because I think it's a concept that we don't understand fully. Like I'll speak from my perspective. Like I understand like animals do get sick and animals, but it's like, would you say when I expect you, especially whenever seeing that you are in Edinburgh, when I a certain seriousness within aspect the veterinary field over there, not having doubt, okay, fine. This dog, there might be something wrong with this dog, but oh well, life goes on.
Yeah, there is, of course. Monana, they take things very seriously. And I feel like I get frustrated. Frustrated when a lot of people have selective places of where to love, which animal to love, which one not to love. They truly care about animals and they understand the aspect, the sentience. So phoofolo tsa monana di hlokometse ho feta tseleo ngwana wa Lesotho e leng motho a hlokometsweng ka teng. Batho ba patala tjhelete e ngata, they have insurances, ba na le tjhelete e ba e patalang e ngata to a lot of people, whether ke di-vet kapo batho ba di-insurance kapo eng, just to make sure that the animals are okay. Empa ha ke fihla hae, coming even from my home, also ya ka se motho a ithatelang diphoofolo and re mo hametse a le jwalo. So I think when I go home, or when I was at home now a few weeks back, a lot of people would have been in jail. Yeah, I don't know whether I answered your question, but then
yeah.
A very big gap.
So after Tanzania, you decide it's not enough. Let me apply for the scholarship. Yeah, achieve it. Like mindset doing it, like is it just like, okay, I feel like this isn't enough? Is it like, okay, opportunity I might as well? Like, what's the thought process at the time? Yeah, how get that Tanzania? Was it just like, okay, I've accumulated enough knowledge, let me go and practice back at home, kapo? What was your thought process at the time?
My beginning was animal science, and I really acknowledge vet Tanzania. I'm ready now.
Sure.
But then I'm like, I need to at least be a specialist somewhere to impact the broader populace ya Lesotho. Lesotho, house and vet. As we speak on now, direct is it 5? Let me just say that. Theriogenealogy, epidemiology, public health, laboratory services, avian. Did I mention field operations? tse hlokang di-directora tlasa livestock services, di-directora tsa di-vet, and di-vet tse teng boholo ha bana post-grad. Ba ne ba na le post-grad, ba ile retirementeng. As it stands now, ke ba babedi ba bararo kapo e mong se tlo ba boraro wa tlo etsuwa director. That bolelang position tsena tse ding ha di na motho. And it's not just because of the position. We look at the impact ya public health. Re bua ka bohlanyantja. There was an outbreak not long ago. Ka hara naha ya Lesotho batho ba ntse ba re dintja di a hlanya, dintja di a hlanya. How sena director ya public health, ke mang who's overseeing that? There was an outbreak of foot and mouth disease in South Africa. There was an outbreak of avian influenza. Few weeks back, high. And those things need to be controlled. Di bordereng tsa Lesotho. People eat animals. They bolauwe mo sa etsuwa meat inspection. Hona tjena na se la kgapane ha dintho things are not going. Ka se la kgapane sa rona. We need that. It's not just because of the position. So there's a lot of expertise that we need at a higher level beyond just a clinician. A lot of people are coming next year. This year, we'll graduate 2 more vets. There's another vet here graduating from Azerbaijan last month. This month, in fact, this month. There's another, the next year, what vet is a 6. So when it comes to clinical practice, there are a lot of vets that are coming. We can fill in that gap. But ntwenye se batla ili broad, ili blanket, ili protect ambasuthu babangata. Who is there to assist? Ke batho ba fokolang. So we need the expertise in that level. So I was like, once I'm done with this bachelor's, let me go do this and then go home and serve.
How do you then disseminate information? Like, do you make it like, oh, in the morning, how do you think like, okay, my purpose is to be self-aware, like the inclination because I'll tell you one thing, we know there's a problem, but from our eyes, like, hey, shit, this is something tangible. What's going on? You understand? Like, even with outbreaks, so we are like, why isn't there anyone that steps in? Well, this is whereas like you have inside information, okay, in order for there to be someone that steps in, A, B, C, and D. And we're just like, just like, hey, it was also you understand? So is it like, do you wake up in the morning and think, okay, purpose to disseminate information, couple? What keeps you going? What inspires you?
I think maybe I'm being inspired knowing that and that's where I'm coming from, and I'm looking at posterity for my daughter, for my niece, for anyone else that's going to live in Lesotho for a longer period of time. How do I make it benefit? How do I make the environment even productive? And then I see no, how handle more, and that's why I'm going back. I'm going back home to serve. So I think what drives me is the Lesotho that I want to see, and also showing we are capable as Basotho. I think a lot of people and when you look at the statistics, I think we are number 1 in the whole world.
We are number 1. We are number 1. And we've been number 1 for like
if that's where you are living, that's where you're coming from. That's where they get. I think it's the Afrocentric mind knowing and that's how it is, but we can make it better. So I look at the information, but then I say, I'm not sharing as much as I want to. I want to share more, especially on the veterinary fraternity. But there are limitations because we have the council that governs the function, the veterinarian. So the council is a legal entity. What information goes out to the people and how it goes out. So with a lot of carefulness. Especially after getting my license. But then I still feel like the council and the association needs to do a lot more. Hobane kgola batho ba ne ba le teng le ba baholo, they don't know the influence ya social media na ke efeng. They don't know ntho tsena se ka dipitso fela, se ka di-radio fela. People are online every day and they need this information. But I think it's something that can, well, we can go only newbie, but you try to show them this is what can be done. I am suggesting this should be done. Not that whatever they were doing was wrong, but maybe look at other approaches. We are transiting into living online. We are literally living online. Yeah. So yeah, I think for me, what drives me is just to think for posterity and for myself. As we are trying to help ourselves, we are also helping other people. Like I told you about the example of how I went to Tanzania. It ended up after me came 21 more people. It's a veterinary medicine. So you see, when you are
Zoom I only have 10 minutes. I have to pay for services. Okay. Because like if Norma would want to ask a couple of questions, but I really wanted to ask you this one thing. You've been plugging people in terms of scholarships. Is there anything you'd like to say in terms of just that part of the information? Just to say, okay, is it that we lack the skills? Really, is it that we have the skills, we just don't have the knowledge that there are so many scholarships that are available? Like, where do you fit inside the picture? Because you've been doing a great job, I would say, in terms of just making people aware of that.
Oh, thank you. For me, the information that I'll give out is that I think more is self-doubt. What I used to look at Shivning, the big people. And then I never thought it would be me. But then when I stepped in, to just ordinary people. So maybe other people are also having that thing, or maybe they lack information, or they think they're not worthy of things like this. So I think be more inquisitive. The world is big, and not from my perspective, why don't we just take our legacy?
Yeah. How would you then say, what are the top scholarships? How do they start that journey? They just type in scholarships available to a Lesotho citizen, or how would you say, like, okay, fine. Either scholarship it's in kapo kala search how this way, if there is such a thing. Yeah.
Oh, there are different ways to go about it depending on profession how. But you need to gather information as early as possible, because the scholarships do not just want to first class. First class, but I didn't get any. So you need to build your profile towards being the person that they truly want. The scholarship, like the Fulbright and Chevening, effective change community impact. And this impact, we want to quantify it into people and also see places and numbers. We need proof of what you have done and whether there is longevity in what you are doing. So I think for someone who's starting off, they should study about these things, the scholarships that they are looking, or any other opportunity they will step into, and then build themselves towards that. So it could be that when now IT, just look at wherever you want to head. That's a long time ago. I think I was still at NUL, but I looked at Chevening. Yeah, so they can look at a post about how to find these opportunities, or you can go to portals. It's at the embassy, the opportunities for Africans, opportunities for youth opportunities. Like there are a lot of platforms. Create a profile, LinkedIn, not just for followership, but to have relevant people to direct you. So for me, I see opportunities.
Yeah. No, it's understood. I think we only have 5 minutes left. Would you like to have any remaining remarks, or Norma, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, thank you so much. Ha se le potso ha kalo kalo, but it is me wanting to thank you, Pabolo, for what you're doing. I am a believer in sharing information as much as we can. That is what I do. Ka Cabinet le the other platforms, okay, di sebedisang tea time jalo jalo, and I feel like regenerationing e leng hore ha re lokelang hore re gatekeeping, it's not enough hore motho a iphumana a le successful mo a leng teng a le mong. Ebile it's a thing you like mention Pabolo hore in one of your Facebook posts hore batho bana ba re e mong le mong a ipatlela or something, and mentality eno a tseba ke e leng hore it holds us back. And I'm hoping this will be inspirational. I'm hoping actually how to succeed, how to succeed, and we need to share this information as much as we can. And also, let's in this channel, please, the sponsorship. Thank you.
Yes.
Last more than 40 minutes. Thanks.
PayPal metswalle. Zele. Iko cash bona mpisa emona hohle. It was so nice having you. Thank you so much. Channel like I kalum. Ke subscriber.
They will follow. They will follow.
Thank you so much. Pabolo, thank you so much, Nomashubi. It's been a blast. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
For greater things to come. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.